Alright, here we are, game 1. It's the finals of this EU Open qualifier number 2. Planet Dog, Team Moriarty. As we take a look at this game 1 draft thus far, Nyx Treant, banned out by Planet Dog, Bat Rider, Night Stalker, and Clockwork banned out by Moriarty. They've picked up Wisp and Magnus. And then Planet Dog, they've picked up Sand King and Puck. So, yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Magnus, but now we get to see him in 2 straight games. Him with the Wisp already. Planet Dog, Puck, Sand King. What are your thoughts on this?
It's time for Arise to show us how to play Magnus, boys.
I'm excited to learn. So,
I'm not sure it's the best mid hero though, so it's kind of unfortunate. But I'm sure Arise is the guy who plays it regardless. But I prefer the opening from Dog. I feel like it's just better in this metagame to have these heroes that don't rely on one steroided core. That's kind of what Mag and IO do. IO offers you a lot of utility around moving through different places of the map and farming different ways, but
reserve time.
Well, Magnus doesn't synergize with that as well as you might like, I feel. It kind of serves the same purpose like a bat for just blinking RPing and having someone relocate. So far there's 2 pretty elusive heroes. I imagine there'll be more. And the amount of counter initiation they already have for like the IO relocate's pretty good. They might have jumped the gun a bit.
Yeah, we've been seeing quite a bit of Puck, and I do like what I've been seeing with Puck, at least in these open qualifiers. We've seen Puck mid, we've seen Puck off lane. I would assume this is definitely Puck mid, though. I don't really...
And as you said, it can do both. Sand King can do both support and off lane. Mid in very, very rare scenarios. Like against a Magnus, you could actually do Sand King mid. But Silencer kind of fixes the problem I was mentioning about the relocate counter initiation. So I'm kind of surprised it wasn't banned, but maybe they don't respect it, maybe they don't care.
And then Planet Dog, they pick up Dazzle, while Moriarty, they're with the Silencer. Silencer, Wisp, the 2 supports are, you know, does Magnus actually go off lane and maybe Silencer mid?
Possibly.
Yeah, with that Legion commander, it's Legion off lane, Magnus mid for sure.
Possibly. They could do safe lane Legion, off lane Mag, Silencer mid. They could do Magnus safe lane Legion, LC and IO off lane, Silencer support. Like, this is the thing, they have options.
Radiant team
and
back.
Yes, there is a quote-unquote optimal way to play it that most people will see, but it's all about how they feel their lanes are going to match up and what's advantageous for them.
10 seconds remaining.
And sometimes they don't have the same read on the game as people spectating it, so they might see something we don't, we might see something they don't, and then, you know, it's all subjective. Downside is, outside the lanes, the lineup isn't that flexible. It's a one-trick pony.
Planet Dog, they just seem like... I like their draft. You know, you're going to have that Radiance on Bear. Puck has some control and silence.
Remaining.
You have a lot to catch up to these here, you know, catch up to these heroes with. Like, there's a lot working for Planet Dog in this, where they've got the stuns, they've got the silences, they've got the damage that's going to be coming out, and you know, for the side of Moriarty, RP, maybe a duel, and that's kind of it as of right now. Do you pick up a Sven with that, or Juggernaut to come into the mix?
I feel like those heroes are too slow. Ursa would have been much better hero, I feel like, but I know they're kind of in this situation where, as I said, they're one-trick pony. I don't think there's many picks that are gonna get them out of that.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
They very much rely on outplaying in the early game and then Empower taking them through to a
Reserve
point
time.
where they just win fights because of their hero advantage.
Planet
Radiant
Dog, they
team
go
pick.
to the Venge, so it looks like it's setting up as Sand King off lane,
No,
Puck
no, no.
mid. No?
It's Lone Druid, safe lane, aggro tri lane with Venge, most likely. Because I'm
10
pretty sure
seconds
Swift Ending
remaining.
doesn't play Lone Druid, and I know 33 does. Maybe Kaiser does as
5
well, but
seconds remaining.
I feel like the Venge is a core.
Reserve time.
That's good knowledge for me to find out. Glad you stopped me.
Well, it doesn't make too much difference, because I
Well,
could
no,
still
like-
be wrong.
But
You could have been right.
No, I was wrong. You're right. Sand King's not going to be in that off lane. There it is. No, you were right. That was a good call.
Dealing in definitives is the worst thing you can do when you're in front of a Twitch chat audience, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to that with that before. And sometimes I still do it, like there. So Venge, Swift Ending, 33 on the Lone Druid, J4 on the Dazzle, Kaiser mid with that Puck, and Milan on the Sand King. Flash on the Wisp, Arise on the Magnus, Blink on the Silencer, Mike Fury on the Legion, and Khan on the Phantom Assassin. But that's what I'm kind of
10
missing, you know, that
seconds
insight on
remaining.
what a team will play. We were just talking about that in, what, the
5
last game or 2
seconds
games before
remaining.
that? Where it's hard to tell what teams are going to pick. Because sometimes they're just open qualifier teams, and if you know what they're going to pick, it's easier to kind of figure out where they're going to go and everything, and that's an example of it right there.
Some of it's also just like having been in pro games as well. It's like you just see the optimal way of how people think. Unfortunately, sometimes you can also see why they think that and everyone else thinks something else, and then you can see who's right and wrong really easily. As far as the drafts go, I'm not sure the PA last pick is what they needed. It feels like, again, they just... at least PA is a bit more active than a lot of the options that they could have gone with, like you mentioned, Sven, Jug.
Prepare for
They're both a
battle.
bit slower paced. I don't know, I just see them... They win if they get to a certain point of the game, just through having like this Tricore and these steroid heroes. But when it comes down to like the mid game, when a lot of the fights are going to happen, Planet Dog just have like way more utility and good amounts of damage without obscene amounts of farm as well, which is really important.
So, based on draft alone, who do you think's going to take this game?
I would bet on Dog pretty
Alright.
comfortably.
Yeah, I like Dog's draft. I'm not going to do what I did yesterday. Because you
30
picked this, I'll pick
seconds to
that, or
battle.
2 days ago. But I do like the Dog draft.
I like Arise Magnus, so I kind of wish I wasn't casting. I could just play perspective. I don't have that luxury. I have to talk and look at other heroes.
Gotta help me out a little bit. Yeah, you could always just, you know, I'll take over. I got you. They're gonna get some bad analysis, but I'll take over. Oops.
The battle begins.
Take a look over. Khan here with Flash, just with this Wisp. They're attacking this bear, and the bear is really just kind of out-fighting this Phantom Assassin. They do end up getting the bounty runes, so 2 apiece. Arise and Khan get their bounty runes. And then Kaiser and Milan for the side of Planet Dog. And they throw this Phantom Assassin in the offlane with Wisp. Over mid is going to be that Magnus. Safe lane is going to be that Legion Commander, which you were talking about.
Yeah, the tri-lane from Dog is like super choreographed. Like the second they picked Avenge, I saw it. These guys will have seen it as well. The only problem is their silence is playing way too ballsy and he just gives up a free kill. So I was just about to say, I like how they've adjusted their lanes. Like, it's really easy for Silencer to cause puck problems, and then you give Mag a bit of a CS advantage. Silencer's not really that useful bottom when there's 3 heroes, and then you force a Sand King there, you move around as needed. But he just gives up a free kill because the Sand King was in a position he didn't foresee, and boots being a thing. So, not so good. And now he's just being demoted to a chicken, giving the Wisp his bottle. Feels bad, man.
So now you've got Milan up top. Did take a Burrow Strike first. And he's here with 33. I feel like Lone Druid's going to have not an easy time, but he should be alright. Phantom Assassin might find himself a little bit of trouble with Milan coming over. Just going to get forced out of this lane a little bit, but 33 looks to be doing pretty well to start this off.
And I'd expect he continues. Like, if it gets to the point where he feels the lane's unplayable for him, he just goes to the jungle. And then Sand King can sap the experience pretty easily. And they can be really efficient with that. The other issue with Moriarty's supports is they don't move around the map very well. Like if Wisp goes to a lane, it's generally for a counter gang to heal someone up and turn it around. Whereas in this situation, it's way more likely that they just play super static and they don't move around.
Look over mid. Arise on this Magnus. He's having a pretty good job, or a pretty good time up against Kaiser. Farm is there. He's 16-3. Puck's doing okay as well at 11-2. You know, maybe if that silencer didn't come over so early and so poorly, could we see a gank come out on Kaiser where Arise kind of benefits from it?
It's just hard. Like you really have to mess up with Puck to die.
Yeah. And they don't exactly have like an Earth Spirit or a Rubik going over. They have a Wisp and a Silencer that might be the ones coming over.
Arise can get a kill when he gets 6 if Silencer comes over, I suppose, but it's very probable they both just push the lanes out into each other's tower, they trade CS, and then they hold their TPs to counter gank other sides of the map. Like when Legion gets 6, maybe you see them TP bottom and, you know, vice versa, so... No. I feel like it's very unlikely one of them will move if the other doesn't.
The thing that kind of worries me about this Moriarty draft is their lack of just stuns. They have duel, they have RP, but, you know, Planet Dog, they're dealing with Magic Missile, they've got themselves Burrow Strike, the Dream Coil as well, the Root of the Bear. They're trying to get themselves a kill on this Legion Commander right now. They get the Burrow Strike coming in from Milan. There's the Shadow Wave, 3-man overwhelming odds. Not going to kill anybody off and not going to keep him alive. And they do end up getting the kill on the Legion Commander, but I think it's something that they really lack on the side of Team Moriarty.
Yep. And you see it there, like both supports TP bottom. They're playing completely reactively. They have very little say in what actually happens. So those TPs basically just evolve into these two heroes being put bottom now with very little purpose. PA's now left solo against Lone Druid, who is about to hit level 5.
Yeah, Flash, it looks like he's going to drop to Milan, and one more shot should do it. He's probably going to die to tower going for this.
It's worth.
Ends up being worth it. Could he have... Go look over at bottom. Swift Ending, just going to get hit with that Arcane Curse as well as the last word.
And they nearly have the Shrine available, so the harass doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, and coming around again is going to be Milan. So Milan's trying to make something happen. They want to continue to harass out this Legion Commander as well as the Silencer.
Yeah, these are easy kills. He just needs to land his stun. And they want the Silencer as well. Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Poison Touch is going to slow him up right past the Legion. They just don't even care. They'll get the Magic Missile. He should be dead even without this Sand. So Milan, he might try to make some time for Mike Fury to get killed off next, but he doesn't go for the Burrow Strike, just forces him back, and they get the kill. We take a look up top. They might have gotten themselves a kill on 33. Mag makes his way up there with Flash and Khan. 33 is going to hit the deck.
And the Puck had no TP for that, so ends up being a really free rotation for the Mag. I'd still kind of favor Dog for the trade just because they're going to be able to keep doing this. I feel like the only reason Mag's able to get that kill is because he got a lucky room.
Swift Ending. Going for those phase boots first. We take a look over at J4. He's got his own set. And they've got quite a bit to harass out anybody who really makes their way over. Mike Fury needs to watch out. He is level 5. You know, we'll hit level 6 soon to have that duel. Once he hits that duel, is he going to be roaming around, or is he still trying to, you know, get a little bit of farm, get a little bit of more levels on him?
I think the team will move to him instead of vice versa. It's a lot easier for him to get a duel on like the Venge of the Dazzle than it is to maybe Arise does like some RP skewer and he TP's mid.
They're looking to converge again. There's the Wave of Terror coming out. Now the TPs are going to follow it up. So they're going to try and get the skewer. The RP's not going to go off as the Magic Missile is hit by Swift Ending. Tries to lock up a couple of those heroes, but not going to be able to, and they all walk away. They've got Kaiser here. And with the creeps coming up, I don't know if they're going to turn, but Kaiser is ready if they were to continue to charge forward.
If he didn't try and turn RP, he would have got both. But he got the you know, he always does that. 99% of mag players that know how to do it always do it. And it kind of punishes them.
Yeah, Magic Missile coming out again. Here comes Kaiser, not going to be able to get out. Wisp tries to get the tether. There's the Dream Coil to die. And a good rotation coming out from Puck. Kaiser making quick work with the rest of his team.
And Lone Druid TP's down so they can get the tower. Puck's gonna go defend mid, so it's all looking up for them right now. Sure, the mag's farming really well, but he has to transition that into things, whereas sure, Planet Dog have to do the same thing, but it's easier for them to use their net worth, if that makes sense. Like, Mag's not a hero that just wins fights with an RP like he does in 2K MMR pubs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at best, you're going to find heroes that are getting graved, swapped, escaping because of Sand King and Park, and then you've got Savage Raw. Like, it's not easy for him to have a big impact with his net worth, because he needs the LC and the PA to be the big heroes this game. So if PA is big enough with Empower and Wisp, and like has a Desolator BKB, he can just go in and do whatever he wants, and it makes it really easy for the mag. But if it's reversed, and PA's like staying on the edge of the fight, throwing daggers because he's super scared and doesn't have the items, who's going in? I suppose Legion, but you know his farm's pretty mediocre, so it's gonna take a while. They're gonna need a few good things to go for them.
And they may not have that kind of time to work with. I feel like Planet Dog, despite, you know, waiting on the Lone Druid to get what he needs, they could still be aggressive with Puck and the rest of the squad.
Pretty much. And if ever they take a good fight, Lone Druid just comes and you hit the tower.
Yeah, and that's what
he's
they
about
did
to
over
finish his
bottom.
Midas on top of Boots, Orb of Venom. Doesn't quite have double boots yet. If he even wants them, a lot of people skip it. I kind of like it because the rapid change makes the hero just like a lot slower overall.
So they are still continuing to push this tower with J4 and Swift Ending. You gotta think that maybe Moriarty need to go for something in return. They can't just continue to let these towers fall.
It's kind of like a resource. If they can defend it a bit, then it's nice. Which is pretty easy when you drag the creeps with Dagger and Curse, and then you just have your other heroes farming, meanwhile. And if they overplay too much, then like the mag can TP in and maybe get some kind of good initiation, but yeah, they pretty much just need to not give anything up when towers are gonna die anyway. Do you reckon Arise actually knows what DDoS is? Because he says it every time he lags. Literally ever.
He probably knows just a little bit of memeing.
He's not a memer, dude. He's like, I don't know what Arise is. He's weird. Have you seen him on Sing Stream at all recently?
No, I haven't. I haven't gotten a chance to watch.
He's a Dragon Ball Z fanboy now, and he keeps making all these stupid references.
It's a great show.
Yeah, when I watched the originals and stuff when I was younger, it was great. I haven't seen the new one at all, but yeah, he takes it a step far.
Hold up's pretty
Is
low.
enough.
I like Super.
I heard it was like really bad graphics when it first came out. Like it looked like it'd been drawn by a 5-year-old.
Like drawn by me. It's not a crap
You're
drawing.
doing pretty well for a 5-year-old, dude.
Age is but only a number, just like my MMR.
But is it really?
I'm Koos, man. He made me believe that MMR is just a number.
MMR is just a number.
Just
Dendy said it. It must be true.
now, Koos made it real.
You sure it's not just the other 4 guys he was playing with carrying him?
No. It was Koos. It was Koos with the body blocks, Koos with the ignites, giving up that bloodlust with the stuns. Koos
Or
God. It was C God.
he gave control to Bulldog and taught him to micro his hero, because Bulldog thinks it would be a better chance of winning. Thought of that? Maybe
No,
Bulldog
but-
is the god.
I haven't thought of it, but I still like me some Koos. Make some couscous after this.
You're gonna eat your idol?
Yeah, you know, it's packaged, sold around stores all the time. It's not my fault. Actually, take a look up top as they look as though they're going to go in onto this Phantom Assassin. They do get the Burrow Strike with Milan, but it will be Swift Ending who hits the deck first. And now with that Dream Coil coming out, they might get this kill onto the West. Stunned up, should be a last hit by Milan. Now we take a look up further. They're still trying to kill off this Phantom Assassin who gets hit by the Burrow Strike, the Shadow Wave to burst him a little bit more. And they do get the kill. So Wisp Phantom Assassin for Venge, Sand King. Take a look at the fight recap. A little bit more favoring in terms of gold for Moriarty.
Regeneration.
And it's just a tiny bit more space for Mag to build towards his Link and LC to just catch up in general. So them getting kills, I feel like, is good for them, even if they are a bit behind on the gold, which they weren't in this case. Because it kind of sets a different tone of the game if they're proactive and they're getting a few kills and they're making the game like feel a bit different than what you'd expect. Because if they're just sitting back, farming lanes with Empower, waiting for RP, Global, and relocate ganks, it's super scripted how they're going to play. It makes it really easy to play against. So if they can add a bit of chaos into the game, it definitely favors them. Unfortunately though, this tier 2 is not long for the world. They have like 0 D-push when they can't fight.
Swift Ending, Kaiser, as well as 33 are down here for the tier 2. J4 makes the party. Not tardy for it. And Milan just trying to scout out something, looking over towards mid. So Mike Fury, you know, he is showing himself in the creep wave, and has to definitely watch out. As there is an invis, he does have duel, so maybe Moriarty want to work with that.
They give it to the Mag instead. I'm not so sure it matters. They both can kind of set the other one up. And Venge is just about to finish her helm as well, so that's gonna make their 5-man that little bit scarier.
Phantom Assassin hasn't really been rolling with them. They've got both the Wisp and the Phantom Assassin up top, so they don't have to be. And could come into this fight at any time. They've got 3 in the jungle for the side of Planet Dog. And Dream Coil up, so if they want to make that move, they can. They've got the RP coming out onto Milan, and now let's see if they can make the move with the relocate coming in from both the Wisp and the Phantom Assassin. They work their way towards Milan. He's going to use that Sandstorm to get out of harm's way. There's the duel. Not going to get the duel damage, but will get the kill. Meanwhile, on the back end, you take a look. Wisp has hit the deck, and Kaiser trying to run away. The Cycling Dagger is going to hit as well as the Phantom Strike. He's in that Dream Coil, but never snaps it. They get the kill on Kaiser. They work for more the Epicenter. By Milan is nothing, and Swift Ending, he's going to fall as well.
I'm really surprised they won that fight, considering, but just for split focus, and then the spell's not hitting from like the park being the main thing. You know, Venge is a fighter that if she's
Dire's
already
middle
like
tower
half
is
dead,
under attack.
you know, she's not healing up, so. That's step number 1 for them, right? Like, use your ults, get a favorable fight. Step number 2 involves not dying while those ults are on cooldown. If they only lose their Wisp, it's not too bad, but they might not even lose their Wisp.
Yeah, it's getting real close. He's almost dead. One more shot. J4, I'm pretty sure, is the poison touch that takes him out. And they do end up getting that kill on the Wisp, so pretty good for them. They're going to continue to push. 33 doing a very good job at just pushing this wave, pushing this tower time and time again. They've taken the tier 2 already, bottom, and they're putting the pressure on the tier 3.
He has Mask of Madness on the bear, so build I haven't seen done in a long time. And it's going to allow them to chunk some towers, that's for sure. Like, look at this shit. They don't have glyph.
Yeah, and they're trying to get the skewer on just the bear. I mean, the bear's an alright deal to get killed, but he's got another one ready. They're going to even shallow grave the bear to try and get this tower down to 14, and will. Now they've got the Dream Coil to follow it up. They've got no more tower. Let's see if they go in even further. But the overwhelming odds that's going to hit on both the Puck and the Sand King, and now on the back end we've got the Phantom Assassin hitting away at Sword Ending. They've got a big RP from Arise, and now it looks like they might be in a little bit of trouble. The swap comes out from Swift Ending just to make a little space between him and the Phantom Assassin. Khan is just hitting away at Kaiser, but still nobody dead. Finally, Milan falls. You've got the Global Silence coming out. That's going to lock up Planet Dog even more. And Mag is going to be hitting the deck next, followed by Swift Ending. You look for more. You've got the Waning Rift. 4 of these heroes are silenced, but where's your damage coming from? Kaiser's going to drop. They've got the duel. They get the dual damage 1 for the Legion Commander. They get another with Blink dying for Planet Dog, and now they want to finish off 33. He'll be the last one alive for Planet Dog. It could be an entire team wipe. They get the root. My Fury almost dying out. He's one shot away. The bear does work. They want to continue to go in, but Khan, after watching the Legion Commander get ripped to shreds, maybe you rethink that. Milan comes over. He may have just fed his life to Khan. And they do have that sentry, so it should be another one. They get the Burrow strike out on 2. Epicenter getting charged up. They've got the Wave of Terror, so maybe they're going to come in. Swift Ending's got the Magic Missile. They get the kill. So they've got the kill on Flash. Milan at least takes one out before he dies. And after all is said and done, let's take a look at that fight recap. It's a buyback from the Wisp. 5 deaths there between them and 4 deaths for Planet Dog. 33 gets out, takes away a lot of gold. And it's still just about a 2k net worth lead, but they're looking to push again.
And now there's Phase Boots, Blightstone as well on the bear, so whoever made the call to get Mask, I'm going to guess it was him. Because it's set a much different tone to the game than I would have expected. And it's allowing them to have this window where they can actually, like, not just win team fights while RP and Global are down, but they can just take economy and structures. And this is how you win the game. Fights are nice and all, they kind of lead towards this, but if you can just forgo that and buy an item that allows you to do this first, then it's very smart. It does kind of stagger your game as it goes on, but I don't think they're planning for this game to go past like 30 minutes. He's probably gonna like ditch the Radiance entirely, just buy like MPB and stuff.
They're still trying to take out this bear. He's got Summon Bear up again if he does end up losing it, but this bear is very strong right now, and they just want to continue to mount some pressure on bottom.
Problem is the rest of the heroes are really weak.
Actually smoked
and they just
up.
smoked under a wall,
Yep.
so we shall see how big of a player Rice can make with the knowledge he has. Still only has level 1 skewer though, so it's not like he can drag them too deep into the base.
Stifling Dagger comes out. Just from Khan. Still using this bear, farming up pretty well as 33. Doesn't care. He likes the money. Going to the Radius next.
I think the smoke is hurting them way more than it's doing any good.
Let's see if anybody ends up making the move. The smoke is now gone. Arise might be looking to make a play. Ready with that blink in RP if they do go in. They are setting up a little slowly to try and move forward. They've got this ward. They see them backing out.
If they're going to do this, they need to do it in a way that they push the wave quicker and they don't allow so much ship damage to happen on the bear. Because like PA and Mag and even LC have a decent amount of chip for when you're pushing. So I think they realized it's kind of a lost cause. They're just going to go take the shrine, get a bit of money in their pocket. They're actually quite under-leveled on the Venge as well, so that kind of sucks for her. But she has been moving around in like 3s and 4s the entire game. And you can see it through her farm. Pretty much left high to dry out. It's bad, man.
So now they're going to work on this tier 1 mid. And they're just going to keep pressure on, continue to get this tower. This bear just doing so much work for Planet Dog. I really kind of just wish their name was Planet Bear.
I'll back that vote if you want to rename them live on stream.
Planet Bear, I'm down for it. But it's only one game bear, so I don't know.
Just name them whatever hero 33 is playing. Planet Bat, Planet Bear.
Planet Bat. Yeah, should be good. Let's take a look at what Moriarty have right now. They're looking for the Desolator, about 100 gold away from Phantom Assassin, grabbing that. They've got the 0.4 staff for Magnus. Rise has done an alright job with these RPs. It's just really where's your follow-up. That fight went on forever. And the damage will come out eventually from Phantom Assassin, especially with that Empower. I wouldn't be surprised to see Planet Dog maybe lose the next fight where it's as hectic as it was down on bottom.
And now the Deso's off, they have the option of just bursting 1 or 2 heroes if they get RP'd, if he gets enough crits. Which is going to be really scary for them. And like, Arise didn't go the really greedy build of like Treads, Echo Saber, Blink. This is the traditional mag. And while they're losing a lot of towers and shrines at the moment, this is kind of the pace of the game. Planet Bear need to keep up constantly. You know, if they're allowing these 2 empowered cores to sit and farm and let them turtle out, they're going to win the game eventually. It's just a matter of how long it takes for them to get their items. So if they stop for 5-10 minutes because they feel like they can't push or whatever, then that can be what wins or loses the game.
Trying to go for that duel. The Barrel Strike's going to come in from Milan. Oh man, they use the RP and the duel just to get Sand King. Seems like, yeah, RP duel, you get the tower, you get the kill. But now that's down and they know it, they might look to fight.
Yeah, they do have to wait for the Sand King, and Lone Druid just got zoned out as well, so he's got to heal up. And when you know you don't have these spells available, you just shouldn't put yourself in a position to fight. It's the best way of dealing with it. Like they haven't got any towers to lose anymore. If someone goes to your base, your RP is going to be up by then. You'd hope, because you can push waves, you can delay it. Whereas, you know, if you go on this side of the map and try and take a fight while those things are down, then that's kind of your own fault. So they should be pretty free to blow their ults the entire game when they're doing it in that kind of position. I don't think they could contest Roche anyway.
Yeah, they hit level 15. The bear now plus 50 Spirit Bear damage. There's a nice blink skewer in. They've got the Shallow Grave during the duel, so he's gonna survive out the duel duration. Slow drop, Global Silence used as well. And
14 damage that could have been. The silence, he just pressed R a little faster.
He's still down from before. They'll give up the Dazzle. Let's see what they want to do, if they want to just wait for this Radiance.
I don't think they know, do they? Yeah, okay. They're gonna find out now.
The bear comes in, skewered back. They look like they'll get this kill. 300 gold goes the way of Mike Fury, but you could see possibly a really good play here from Planet Dog if they get in with a nice Dream Coil. They're going to charge up the epicenter, try and make something happen. There's the blink in with the barrels right coming out on two, as well as the epicenter. Here comes Kaiser. They've got a nice RP coming in from Arise, but no follow-up. Arise with an amazing RP, but you've got no PA. Oh man, Kaiser triple kill. It looks so good, and then a split second later, you realize PA is already dead. And you've got nothing to follow it up, and thanks for doing Roche pretty much the whole way for them.
Do you know if they knew Sen King had Blink?
I think he's had it for a while, hasn't he?
I feel like he's had it, but has he actually used it, or has they seen it? Because if they didn't, then that's completely fair that they get put out there. But I feel like he's had it for a good while, and then you're kind of just asking to get bent over a table there when you play like that, and that's exactly what happened.
It's a great fight by them too, and you know, Arise is hitting great RPs, but he's got nothing.
When your PA is dead.
He's got nothing with it.
And that's the PA or the team's fault, however you want to put it, because that situation, like, you only need PA in the pit to kill Roche. It takes a while, but you know they're going to come fight you when you just use Global to pick off one hero that is now alive. And sure, you had RP up, but Global is like the bigger overall threat because it stops the people interacting with the team fight at all. RP, unless you hit 5 heroes, is only stopping 1 or 2 most of the time. And the only reason he got 3 heroes there was because they all clumped up to kill a hero, and when the hero dies, it's pretty easy to hit big RPs.
But they look good.
Yeah, like, he couldn't have done it much faster. He didn't play badly or anything, it's just, PA's pretty squish.
Yeah,
even took the health talent, you know, not much more he could have done except not be there.
Top tower is under attack.
He just seems too far behind.
Send a hero like this, sacrificially, to bait all the shit out while you take Roche. Like Silencer. Or Legion, honestly, he has Blade Mail. He might have not had it then though, because
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm doing a really bad job of keeping track of items, but, you know, so be it.
So they're gonna
Radiance
show,
is up on the bear now, though.
Yeah, they're gonna show 33 in the front with that Radiance. They've got the smoke behind them, just trying to see if they can find anyone getting a little bit too close. Password comes out on the bear. They're trying to defend this Rax, but really, what do you have? There's the swap. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. There's the silence as well as the poison touch immediately killed. Global silence is way too late, and now it's going to be wasted. They've got another big RP coming in from Arise. Now, finally, a Phantom Assassin is there to try and clean them up, but it's not going to be enough. The 2-man Dream Coil comes in from Kaiser, but he's going to be dueled by Mike Fury. The Shallow Grave saves him from his inevitable death. Where the Shallow Grave runs out, he dies to Khan, and now it's an ultra kill for 33. The buyback comes in from both the Silencer as well as the PA, now the Wisp. They're going to try and chase. They've got to rise to maybe find a nice skewer, and they'll finally pop the Aegis on the Venge. They've got the Epicenter charging up. That's going to be on the PA. PA dies. He just bought back. That would be a lot of trouble. Arise is going to fall. He's dead, now buying back once again. 50 seconds it would have been, but he buys back. There's the nice shrine to try and help him. But PA dies again. You're dead for 60 seconds, and game 1 with that goes to Planet Dog.
Bearman MVP, Mask of Madness winning the game pretty much.
Oh yeah.
They probably still could have won the game without it, but taking that tier 3 super early, it's an effect you don't see too much as a spectator, but the other guys are gonna, like, they don't expect that to be able to happen. They feel like they're gonna be able to turtle, harass a bear, and then they just couldn't, and then they lose the tier 3, they lose 2 shrines, which is a lot of money. If you look at the gold graph in those times, it will have spiked in Dog's favor quite a good chunk, and then you lose all map control as well. The tier 2s quickly followed, and that was a big deal when they fought around Roche. They had nothing to TP to. Like, Arise got a free hero RP, maybe CPA buy back there, and actually has something to TP